But to expand the subject further is the related issue of how exposed Mr. Carlos Ahinkra is and those that he interacted with in the period. So let's speak to some of the topmost virologists we have in Ghana. We go to Dr. Augustina Silverkane, virologist with the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research. And good evening, and thank you for joining me. If you look at the sort of exposure based on the interactions Mr. Ahinkra may have had through the primaries, subsequently ending within the period of the registration, that led to all the calls following the concerns that have been raised. How exposed were the people that he interacted with were?
Thank you very much, and a good evening to your cherished listeners and viewers. Indeed, we know that, like we have always said, the virus never works. Once human beings who are infected or who are harboring the virus move out, then they move out with the virus. And especially when they are not adhering to the mitigation measures, i.e. the wearing of nose mask, physical distancing, and so on and so forth, then chances are that they may end up exposing others to the virus. So other people may end up contracting the virus from such people who have tested positive. And we know that there are clear guidelines when it comes to having tested positive. Yes, you are expected to isolate yourself for a period of time. And the current WHO protocol or the discharge protocol we are even using clearly outlines these things. And again, the Ghana Health Service protocol also outlines these things, that even before you have deemed to have recovered, your medical or a medical person needs to have checked you, reviewed you on 2 different occasions before you can be deemed as having recovered. So there are very clear, very clear guidelines pertaining to whether you need to come out of isolation or you need to still be in isolation. So I think there are very clear guidelines there. We don't have to joke with.
A considerable part of the argument that has erupted over the last couple of days, not only related to Mr. Ahinkra, but also with our state of testing, etc., is that we have many of them testing positive, but they are asymptomatic. But can they spread the virus within the period?
So again, if this has also created a little bit of, not really a little bit, but a huge issue even among WHO experts. So initially they came out to declare that, of course, for asymptomatic people, they may not, or their levels when it comes to exposing or spreading the virus. So they call those who really spread the virus as super spreaders. But during the pandemic, and even in China, various studies have actually indicated that even for those who are asymptomatic, they can still spread the virus. So the issue related to people being asymptomatic, I think we may want to really look at it very, very well. Because of course, for those who are symptomatics, it means that they have the clear signs and symptoms of the infection. But remember, some people may be asymptomatic, but they themselves may not realize that they are asymptomatic. So they call these people oligosymptomatic. So they have very, very few or mild symptoms. In fact, sometimes chances are that they may not even realize or recognize that they have the symptoms of the virus. So occasionally they may feel this or feel uneasy. They may cough. They may have this fever, but because it may not be continuous, chances are that they may assume they don't even have the signs and symptoms. And of course, we have those ones also known as pre-symptomatics.
I see. So it's possible that Mr. Ahinkra, with all the people who were milling around him in those videos, could have been infected somewhere.
It is very, very possible. In fact, indeed, even beyond himself having tested positive, chances are that those around him, some of them may even have been harboring the virus. And remember, as our number of confirmed cases begin to increase, chances that you may find yourself in the midst of people who would test positive. So people who may be harboring the virus is gradually becoming a reality.
Wow.
In fact, chances that you yourself may be positive is also gradually becoming a reality. So this issue related to asymptomatics, oligosymptomatics, or pre-symptomatics, I mean, of course, the best way around these things is to conduct more studies, do extensive surveillances to at least build our own data, to at least give us more information on whether these asymptomatics may also end up exposing other people to this particular virus or this particular infection.
Well eloquently said. Thank you very much. Dr. Augustina Silva-King is one of the leading virologists with the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research and helping us expatiate on the subject. But look, we're not done with this, because even in Parliament, it's become a big issue.